My name is Alwyn Gregorio, and I'm with Schwarzkopf Professional. And today we are going to talk all about our new product, Igora 0M. I hope that everyone has kind of already seen it and a little bit of hype about it. So really what I'm going to do today is kind of talk all about what's different, how it's new, how it's different from all the rest of our products, how to use it. And we're actually going to do a little bit of a demo. I have a gracious client here, Kara, who I've just done her hair with it, and she looks fabulous. I'm going to show you how I did a version of my version anyway of an expensive brunette, and we're going to do it on a mannequin that I have here. So hopefully you have some time to stick around and enjoy. Igora 0M is kind of a new version of Essensity. It's like, every year we come up with a new initiative or a new innovation, and we want to try and make things better. So basically, Igora 0M is our newer, better version of Essensity. So what's a little bit different? Igora 0M, as the name explains, is a zero ammonia hair color. It is also vegan. Staying in line with the Essensity whole free from philosophy. It's zero fragrance. We have zero silicones in it. So I'm going to bring in Kara, I'm going to show you what her hair looks like. We did her hair this morning. And come on over, Kara, say hi. So the lighting is a little odd, so we're going to bring her in forward. If you can see how shiny, first of all, this is. We did a kind of a version of an expensive brunette, so you can see how nice and the nice depth that you get. And actually, if we turn it around the opposite side, and then I'm going to show you a technique that I used. I used our L series for some of these kind of highlighted areas right here. But you see all that depth and shine that she gets. It's absolutely really, really beautiful. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kara. I'm going to pop her back in a little while. Is it a progressive color? No, it stops at 45 minutes. So if you leave it on for longer, then that's up to you. Thank you. Thank you. She is beautiful. Thank you so much, Kara, for coming in. All right. So I'm going to actually bring in my mannequin. So I will basically do exactly what I did to Kara. I'm going to bend this so we can see the mannequin a little better. So what I did for her here, I'm going the opposite way, is it's to save some time. Well, I'll speak for a minute. To save some time, I actually did her root touch-up. So almost exactly like Kara, she started with a level 6. It was some older highlights in there that we had covered with vibrance. And also she had teensy little bit of gray, maybe like 20%. So we did a base color all over, which I'm going to look at my notes. We did 6-31 and 7-0, 1-to-1 with 10 volume. So that's exactly what I did on the mannequin, so that we don't have to go through all that. Everyone knows how to do a root touch up, right? So I basically did the same thing, although in the front, I really just brought it down like a half an inch, and in the back, I brought it down maybe about 2 inches. And then what I did, if we can see, all right, now I'll pull it down. So I separated the back into 4 sections. And I did, if you can see, I did a U shape on all of them, just like that. So we're going to go in with our highlight in that U shape. So I really feel like this is a great demonstration of something that's quick and easy to do. I probably did this in about a half an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. It took me to do the base color and also to refresh ends and do highlights all in 45 minutes. So, and you almost get a full highlight kind of look. My first thing to do is get all of these sections out of the way. And I start with my bottom section. Because it's going in a U shape, I go like that. It goes higher up on either side. So I'm going all the way across I don't need to take a bunch of different sections, and I'm taking up kind of like a chunkier, I would say, kind of, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. I'm actually going to use the foil on here so you can see. So it doesn't have to be, we're not going to go all the way up to the root area because, like I said, I dragged the root down to about 2 inches. So I really just need this to go and melt in with the rest. So this is my L-44. And because, you know, the way all of our products really work well together, I can really blend that in nicely. And I don't have one of those kind of weird lines in there that doesn't look natural. So it's a really nice blend. And just like this mannequin, she has basically like a level 6. There are some highlights in there. I kind of highlighted it to look like Kara's hair was when I saw her. So I'm going to push that out of the way. I'm going to pull it up and just clip it out of the way. Now my first section on the bottom is going to be my 7-42 and 7-1. And I'm really just starting it right where the last color ended, like the 6-31 and 7-0 are. And I'm blending that all the way down. So now I'm doing the same thing on this second section. Now, if you wanted it to have a little less dimension in there, you don't have to do as much of this. But honestly, it's 4 sections that you're taking in the back that's going to end up looking like almost it's a full highlight. So going to go back in again with my L-44, which is basically a beige, which I love actually for someone who's, especially a client that's really going to be into the 0M, may not actually want to use a lightener, like a bleach lightener. So this is something that you can use that will give you pretty natural results, being that it's a beige and you don't have to use a bleach. So it kind of speaks to that client all the way through the service. So there we go. That's our second one. I'm going to put that out of the way. And then this second section now is going to be 6-46. So I kind of wanted it to have a little bit, like some of it would be on the cooler brown side, some of it would be on the warmer brown side, which is what I think makes it like an expensive brunette kind of thing, because you just see so many different tones. So I really like that we kind of mixed it around. They're both beiges, being that the primary tone is a -4, but on the second one, it's more of a cooler tone direction, and the 4-6 is more of a warmer tone direction. All right, now we're going back to the 6-46. Let's see. Oh, L series is not actually only used for virgin hair. If you have hair that's been colored at a level 6 or lighter than that, you can actually go through that. That's a really fun, cool thing about the L series. So if it's been previously colored with a level 6 or lighter, you can break through that. Now on the other side, we're going to do our 6-46. You'll see that this really doesn't take much time at all. And so easy to blend and distribute through the hair, which obviously probably has something to do with that grapeseed oil and the apricot kernel oil, which is just like it's such a pleasure to work with. All right, on to our next and last section at the back. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually add a little highlight right there. I'm actually going to leave it because I like the depth that's right here because I am trying to just achieve a really nice deep uh, brunette. So I like depth right at the crown. I think it just adds more interest and more, and it makes what's underneath. And if there's any kind of dimension, it makes it pop a little bit more. This is definitely super easy to glide through. So I'm not even using an awful lot of product and it just seems to glide right through. Now, we're going to come around to the front, and this is where it's a little bit interesting. And this is why you kind of, your clients like to come see you for this, because other things they can kind of do themselves, or they feel like they can do it themselves. So I've done a couple of diagonal forward sections on either side. And if you'll notice, on both sides, I've taken a section out on a deep kind of zigzag. And this I'm going to make all L-7 or L-44. So it's a little bit of a bright pop of a lighter brunette right around the face. But because I did it in the zigzag fashion, that you'll see that this hair kind of comes over it. So it pops out. So it's not more like not really so much like an Alice band or, you know, a major money piece. It just kind of naturally looks like it's a brighter section in the front. So I'm going to split those. I have already used my 6-31 and 7-0 at the root. So I'm really just going to blend it right into the color. All right. So here's my L-44. And I like to kind of feather it up into the color. That's why I love working with all Schwarzkopf products, because it really is so easy to blend everything together. You don't get weird lines. Okay. Now, let's see, do we have anything else? How much lift can be achieved with this color line? So it's about up to 2 levels of lift. So it's a little bit different than Igora Royal, but you can get up to 3 levels of lift with our 10 series. And we have 4 shades in that series. So you could still use it. I mean, I feel that the client that wants an ammonia free and is in that like free from kind of mindset are not the clients that want major lift and have their hair be completely different than their natural hair. So I think that that's perfect for them. You know, you have a product for every kind of client, and this is perfect for that client that still wants to keep everything fairly natural. So it really works for that. Okay, so same thing. I'm going in, and this time I'm taking kind of zigzag sections right at the top of the top section. So if you can see right here, see that zigzag right there? So we're going to do the L-44 on that. Okay. Let's see. So we'll continue that. Get this out of the way. And then this section is going to be all 7-42 and 7-1 together. So again, I'm going to just go to the top and take kind of triangular zigzag sections out of that. And this is the last highlight. So basically I've gone in and just done maybe 10 highlights all the way through the head. So I'm blending that in with the root color. Now at the very start, at the very front in the hairline, I kind of went maybe a half an inch down, and right at the crown I maybe went an inch down, and in the back I did 2 inches down. So you're going to have a lot more depth as you work your way back. And now get that out of the way. And this last piece is going to be the 6-46. And all of this is with 10 volume, because we're just kind of keeping it, going a little bit deeper, keeping it on the same level. So we don't need to use anything else. And, you know, if this was a refresh, I could actually use the 6 volume lotion or gel in Vibrance, and we could just do the same thing. So I'm just going to stop there so I can go back in. We'll have enough time for some more photos, or questions, I mean. So basically on this side, we did a zigzag parting. The base color is 6-31 and 7-0 with 10 volume. I blend that in with the L-4, and then I kind of do the same thing, alternating with 7-42 and 7-1, and then alternate with 6-46. And I'll do that on the other side also. And we're going to bring Kara back in so I can show you exactly what she looks like again and how shiny and beautiful this color came out. Come out over, Kara. All right, let's see. Come further. Here we go. Turn around a little bit. I'm going to show you. See how natural and shiny that is? We have a really pretty, not a super dramatic money piece, but it just gives her a little bit of brightness around the face. Turn around this way a little bit. There we go. And you see all of that shine right there. That's so pretty. And you'll get to see a lot of the dimension. She is fully covered, as you can tell. No grays to be found right in here. And then with that little pop of L-44, turn around maybe all the way to the back, and you can put your head back. You can see that it looks like a lot of dimension all the way through. And I really just basically did maybe 10 to 12 foils all the way through. So it really gives her that like money expensive brunette that everyone's seeing on Instagram now. And also so much shine. What do you guys think? You can go back. Thank you, Kara. Isn't she beautiful? I did it in 45 minutes. We got 100% gray coverage. We got multi-dimensional brunette. We got some highlights in there. So altogether, I would say this is a win-win, because I didn't have to use a multitude of different products. I didn't have to go in and use a demi, a permanent, a this and that. So I actually really am happy with the result. And I think Kara is too. Thank you. The zigzag pattern, I absolutely love. And it's really easy to use on everyone. Like if someone has a thicker amount of hair, you can go deeper within here. Or for someone like me with super fine hair, you can just kind of do right along the edge. But it kind of gives a really nice diffusion. And with the 2 different brown formulas that I used, I feel like we got a lot of dimension with that. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. My name again is Alwyn DiGregorio. I'm sure everyone will be able to watch this again. It will be saved to Facebook. So anyone who is watching the replay, thank you so much. And I'm so happy that you could join us. I really hope that you can get out and try some of this, the Igora Zero M, because it's super, super soft. You get a really natural sheen, 100% gray coverage. For those clients that really, really want that free from philosophy, it's a win-win for everybody, honestly. So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to hear all of your success stories after using it. Bye, everyone.